Howdy, y'all. Back today, as promised, with Dr. Von Chilla's Action Comics number 1000 purchases. And I do have to say that it's one of those things that I've been hearing from in other folks' videos that particularly us older folks, I never thought I'd live to see the day. Well, that's kind of how I feel, and it is a huge event. Goodness gracious. And cause for celebration, community-wide, whether you're into Superman or not. I mean, we don't have events like this every day, or every year, or every decade, this is a very unique and singular event, and definitely cause for celebration of our beloved hobby. Yes. I did peruse Action Comics number 1000, and the impression that I got, number one, it is definitely quality product. Goodness. And I felt that all of the creators involved in it were well aware of their privilege to be part of this monumental comic book event. It really shines through in the quality of the book. So my opinion is that every collector out there should have a copy of it. Again, even if you're not into Superman or whatever, it's just such a special thing. Such a special thing. Unlike anything that has ever come before it in 8 decades of, comic books. Just pick your favorite cover and go out and buy one, because it's worth the $7.99 price. Good Lord, yes. Okay. First of all, this is not, obviously, Action Comics number 1000. It's an X-Men 205. I'm a little obsessed with this book right now. I've been on something of an X-Men hunt here recently, and this was just another of the books that I'm reacquiring. I have 2 more copies of this on the way as we speak. I bought this one because it's quite lovely, about a very fine denier mint, great centering, but look at the color strike. The color strike is just extraordinary. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. I'll show this again when I have the other 2 copies in hand. Just a stupendous Barry Smith issue. From the cover to Barry's amazing art and coloring on the inside. Just an amazing issue. Excuse me. Would I like to have my own off-the-rack newsstand book back? That beautiful, perfectly centered 9.8? Yes, I would. But that's not going to happen, so I bought 3 of these to compensate I suppose. We'll see which is the best one. They're all going to have their own lovely hallmarks. And I'll tell you something else, too. This book may be the catalyst for me to go ahead and buy my own dry mount press. I'm very curious in as to pressing. I'm sure I will be able to do it very well. There's a lot of common sense involved, and I've got that in spades. And like this one, it's like a very fine plus. Got a lot of non-color breaking wear that could press up to a near mint, certainly. Now, I'm also of the camp that not every book needs to be pressed. Yeah, I get that. But I'd kind of like to have the press there if the desire hits me, just press my book and, be done with it. Okay. Action Comics 1000. Here's the 1930s Steve Rude variant, and I suppose this one is my favorite. Yeah, just a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful. And these look simply stunning in Mylar. Here's the 40s version. Who is this again? Frank Cho, I think. Lovely, lovely book. And because I ordered and purchased these books beforehand at that comic shop in York, Pennsylvania, they admittedly pulled out the very, very best copies for their prepay customers. So all of these books are in immaculate near mint to mint, just beautiful 9698 things. This is the Steranko 70s cover. Two of these. One actually belongs to my friend Phil, who gathered them up for me and delivered them to me. Phil is somewhat fascinated by Jim Steranko because Phil, my friend of nearly 40 years, is also a Reading, Pennsylvania boy, just like Steranko. So even though Phil's not into comics, he is fascinated with this notion of a comic legend, from Reading. Yep. And finally, this is the, I guess this is the standard version, for lack of a better word. Everything's fine here. And this is Jim Lee, I think. Yeah, Jim Lee. This is my reading copy, actually. So, still beautiful 9698. So, I do encourage everyone to join in this celebration, whether you collect Superman or not. This is a very unique, very special event. Good God, yes. We can all pay our debt of gratitude to DC Comics and Action Comics and Superman, without whom none of us would be sitting here talking about this right now. All right. When I come back, what is it? Well, I got a couple of more copies of that X-Men 205 coming in. Oh, I purchased one of the, what do they call them? A Chase variant Action 1000 cover. It's the Jock cover. Good God, that thing is so beautiful. I'm not into Chase variants or that kind of thing. But the cover is just so beautiful. I just had to purchase a copy. Superman is my all-time favorite hero, and I'm not messing around with this celebration, man. I'm right behind it. I might even throw a little bit of a party this weekend. I'm not even kidding. An Action Comics 1000 kind of celebration for any of my friends, loved ones, neighbors to come in the house and, yeah, Superman. All right? Yeah. What do you think? All right. Hey, see you all later. Bye-bye.